Right now, if your Wi-Fi suddenly stopped working, your phone died, and every screen around you went black, how long do you think it would take before you felt bored? An hour? Maybe less. Now imagine that happening every single day of your life. No television, no music apps, no books, no video games, not even electricity. That's how every human lived for thousands of generations. So what did they actually do all day? How did ancient humans kill boredom? Or did they even get bored at all? Most people picture ancient humans constantly fighting for survival, hunting animals, running from predators, searching for food from sunrise to sunset. But that's not what the evidence suggests. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer societies have found that many spend just a few hours each day finding food. The rest of the day isn't spent in a desperate race to survive. So if they had free time, what filled it? The answer begins with something almost every family still does today. They told stories. Imagine the sun has disappeared behind the horizon. A fire crackles in the middle of the camp. Children gather close while the older members of the group begin talking. One story explains why the moon changes shape. Another tells the tale of a dangerous hunt that almost went terribly wrong. Someone exaggerates the ending. Everyone laughs. The next night, the story changes a little more. Long before humans could write, stories were their greatest form of entertainment. But they were also something else. Hidden inside every exciting tale were lessons about dangerous animals, unfamiliar places, changing seasons, and how to survive. In other words, their favorite entertainment could also save their lives. But stories weren't the only thing echoing through those camps. There was music, not the kind stored on your phone. The kind every human is born carrying. Your voice, your hands, your feet. Before anyone carved the first flute from bone, people were probably clapping, stomping, singing, and creating rhythms together. You don't need an instrument when your entire body can make music. And something fascinating happens when people move to the same rhythm. Their brains begin syncing with one another. Think about a crowd singing at a concert, soldiers marching together, or fans chanting inside a football stadium. Moving together creates trust. It makes strangers feel connected. For ancient humans, dancing around a fire wasn't just entertainment. It helped turn individuals into a tribe. Then there were games. Games are so old that archaeologists still discover ancient game boards carved into rocks thousands of years after the people who played them disappeared. Some games tested strategy. Others relied on luck. Children chased each other, wrestled, climbed trees, threw sticks, and played games that probably looked surprisingly familiar. It may have seemed like simple fun, but evolution had another purpose. Just like lion cubs play fight to prepare for adulthood, human children were practicing the exact skills they would need later in life. Every game was secretly a lesson. Every laugh was building a future survivor. And then there was art. Imagine walking deep into a cave with nothing but a flickering torch. On the walls, you see enormous paintings of bison, horses, deer, and handprints left by people who lived tens of thousands of years ago. Why spend hours creating something hidden where almost nobody would ever see it? No one knows for sure. Maybe these paintings told stories. Maybe they were part of ceremonies. Maybe they taught young hunters. Or maybe humans simply enjoyed creating beautiful things. That possibility changes how we think about our ancestors. They weren't just surviving. They were imagining, creating, entertaining themselves, expressing ideas, and connecting with one another. So, how did ancient humans kill boredom? Maybe they didn't think about boredom the way we do. Today, boredom often begins when we're alone with nothing to stimulate us. Ancient humans were rarely alone. Their entertainment wasn't something they watched. It was something they did together. They sang, they danced, they played, they painted, they laughed, they competed, they explored, and they told stories that lived only in human memory. Ironically, after inventing movies, social media, streaming services, and endless digital entertainment, many of us feel more bored than ever. Maybe that's because the things our brains evolved to enjoy haven't really changed. The technology has. But deep down, the moments that make us feel most alive are still the same ones that brought our ancestors together around a fire thousands of years ago.